Hi, welcome to our channel DC42 Reddit. I, 28F, just broke up with my boyfriend, 30M, and kissed someone else the same day I just did something wrong. I've been in a toxic relationship with my BF, me, 28F, my BF, 30AM, for 6 years. He's not toxic, me neither, at least I think so. But I've been struggling for a very long time because we're so different. I love him as a family, but I can't see him as a partner. The damage was done a long time ago, and I'm just sad I let this be to this day. We don't talk. When we do, it's just me and my monologues, and he's just listening. And it's been like this for years. I don't know what's inside his head. He's warm, but in a very primitive way. I can't have a conversation with him. He can only hug me. We don't have sex. When we had, I've had impression that he can't look at me, and it was forced. And so I lost interest, and he did. I begged him many times to go to therapy so he could talk about how he feels and open a little, but he decided to do so when I told him I want him to move out. There's so much more about it, but that's not what I want to share. I've had interest in other people many times. I felt awful each time and suppressed it before I could even admit it. Now I know it was natural if I didn't love my boyfriend this way and I didn't get any interest from him. We agreed that he should move out and we'll see how it's going when we don't live together. And I realized I feel free and relieved in some way. I started to talk to people again. I started to plan things. I felt fine. I didn't miss him, so I decided to break up. But there's my problem. In the meantime, I met one guy and started to like him, and I kissed him the day I broke up with my BF. But before that, 2 hours before that. But it didn't make me make that decision, of course. I told about it my 2 best friends. One of them tried to calm me down and even said she's happy for me and that it looks like I'm finally starting a new life. And the other one told me I'm an awful cheater and she's disappointed in me and cut contact with me. And I don't know how I should feel, because at this moment I feel nothing. Both of them knew everything only from my point of view. Should I tell him about it? Sorry if I'm hard to understand. English is not my first language and I'm still shocked about everything. You're broken up, so no, you didn't do anything wrong. It doesn't matter if it was the same day. And here's a comment from our folks on Reddit community. From Delectable Delusions, life has shades of gray. Maybe you technically cheated on him, but really it sounds like the relationship was already over and you broke up very shortly after, so I don't think there's any harm done, really. Coming up next is a new story. I-20F worry that I've started sabotaging my relationship with 20IMs due to triggers, or could those be gut feelings? I know my anxiety levels are pretty high since I'm writing it here, LOL. But please advise me, I-20F, have been dating my boyfriend 20Mem for 1.5 years now. Since we first started dating, we went to the same school. He was a transfer student, so we were together for the most of the senior year. We were used to being together for 7 hours a day, and while at the time I thought it would really be shitty and suffocating for both, it actually was great. So great that I think I developed some kind of separation anxiety. Started in the summer, where I felt needy. We were so adjusted to daily in-person talks that we weren't texting as much, and now texting is more involved. We both attend unis at the same city. So here's my deal. I have gotten so inexplicably suspicious at everything he ever does. I worry about him getting close with girls at his uni, and I'm just out of it. Not because I'm trying to prevent it, but I worry about not knowing because that would be such a waste of time. I catch myself being really demanding in my head. Like, why did he say this? Or reply now? Or changed his profile pic, etc.? Just everything feels so fishy and I can't get rid of that feeling. Prior to this relationship, I've been with my ex for 3 years. Horrible BTW, and I truly really mean it. I was quite young and inexperienced, so when we broke up, I really took the time to work and educate myself on some things that I felt like I should have worked on prior to even being in a relationship. I gained clarity, self-respect, self-love, and strict standards. And I still stick by all of this right now, which is why everything is so confusing to me. Of course, I never nagged him in this type of jealousy fits, because I know how suffocating it can be. So I have no idea. Is my relationship triggering me to work on my wounds extensively, or is it just my body having a reaction due to a gut feeling? So far, I didn't get any signs of disrespect from my BF in manners such as infidelity and things involving that, but I think that our dynamic changed. I get anxious so often, which is confusing because when we first started dating, I really absolutely didn't care about anything because I didn't have this type of anxiety. I hope you can understand what I'm talking about and somebody can resonate. It's starting to feel like my past relationship. Any comment or advice from you folks, just comment it down below. That's all for today, folks. See you on next post.